Welcome to Seder Soul Sailing. Got a little bit of a late start tonight. I was going to film outside. Had a beautiful sunset, but Victoria called and love you all, but love her more. And uh, I I was having too nice of a conversation to stop and catch the beautiful sunset on camera. And but it's been a hell of a day. In fact, I even took a few notes because there's just too damn much going on. I to keep track of. The EU on Wednesday, the EU there was a NATO meeting, which the U.S. wasn't there, so which the U.S. supplies the military and the financing for NATO. So it was sort of like Trump took the game board and went home, but everybody else showed up anyway. um, but we talked about this. Hungary demanded that NATO sanction Ukraine because Ukrainian Nazi stormtroopers had gone into Hungary and killed civilians, which, legitimate complaint. And yesterday they did the same thing at the EU summit meeting, and that was a problem. We'll get to that in a bit. I mean, this has taken, the optics alone are so bad that the hammerheads in corporate media and BBC and places like that, the optics are so bad that they've got no choice but to discuss a collapse of the EU, which they might be exaggerating a little bit, because as long as they've got a place to go have their von der Leyen dining club dinners, the EU will exist at least on paper, which they might not have that much longer either. Yeah, let's see what my notes say here. Okay, all of Europe is just erupting in chaos and absolute devastation. Yeah. So today there were a tractor barricade in Brussels. Okay, you expect like tractor protests in France. That's just a typical Tuesday. It's like, what do we do today? Oh, let's go protest something with our tractors. Tractor protests are serious because you can't just bring a tow truck in and haul those things away. You need like cranes and special equipment, and your average hammerhead can't just drive one. So it's a pretty serious thing. But I mean, you expect that in France, tractor barricades and yellow vests or whatever. And the UK is in such chaos that it's on fire. Yeah, that's lots of crazy stuff going on there too. But you do not expect this in Belgium. Belgium is not a hotbed of social revolt. When the people of Belgium start barricading the EU headquarters, the EU's got problems. Even mainstream media can't ignore it. And Germany is going to complete shit too. I mean, they're economically destroyed. Somebody said, "Oh, the EU auto industry is fine." The goddamn Mertz is trying to give goddamn Porsche to China for a few, to alms for the poor, a few alms for the. But things are serious in German cities too, not just economically, but the organized crime senses a power vacuum in the EU, and they're moving in. And today, the German police warned people that they were unable to control the gang warfare taking place among the criminal cartels, amongst organized crime. They were warning people to avoid certain areas. I mean, you expect that in Mexico. Like cartels getting caught in the crossfire of a shootout between cartels in Mexico. It's, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That can happen. But this is Germany, for God's sakes, I mean, the EU is like, wouldn't it, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been imaginable even not too long ago. So the the let's see, do I got any more notes here? Oh yeah, here was the biggest thing. The biggest thing that happened today at the Brussels at the EU headquarters in Brussels at their summit meeting was when Hungary. Let me see. I got a note here. Okay, so yeah, yesterday Hungary forced an issue of pressing charges against Ukraine and sanctioning them. Today, this is huge. I'm sorry, this is the biggest thing that happened all day today. So they were going to give $150 billion of seized Russian assets to Ukraine to help them fight the war. That was the plan. They were planning this for a long time. Usually when the EU, the brain trust of the EU, the ass clowns in the clown car, decide something like that, the EU summit is just a rubber stamp. It didn't get rubber stamped today. They got shot down. It failed. What was supposed to be a rubber stamp of giving $150 billion in seized assets to the Ukraine. So they were up till like 4 a.m. trying to figure out what the hell to do. Finally, they agreed to get to all a bunch of nations opted out. They're just saying, my name is Paul and this is between you all. We're not going to give you money for this stupid war. But like 4 or 5 nations said, no way. But they voted to give like $90 billion of their dollars of their own money to Ukraine for the war effort, and I don't know. Supposedly that Russia's going to pay them back after Ukraine wins the war or whatever. But like I said, 4 or 5 European member states said, no way. We're not giving money for this bullshit. That's stupid. So the EU, a month ago, the EU would have just rubber stamped that $150 billion. Everybody expected that. So now the EU leaders, Macron and Merz and those people, are going to have to go to their people who are suffering, who are economically living through economic collapse, and they're going to have to tell their people that they're going to be taxed because they have to get the money. Normally they could just get the money through the Japanese carry trade. It's like a credit card, but that shut down. That credit card went dry like this morning. So they don't have their normal sources of free money, interest-free money. And so they're going to have to tax their people for this $90 billion. That's the only way they're going to do it. That's going to be on top of the money they need to keep the lights on. So right now, a lot of the riots and the protests and the anger that's erupting all over Europe is because the damn fools like Merz and Starmer and Macron told their people that to prepare to sacrifice their children because they're going to get thrown into the meat grinder as cannon fodder and go, die on Ukraine trying to accomplish what Hitler and Napoleon failed to do. And now on top of that, they're going to go tell them, oh, by the way, your taxes are going to go up considerably, so you're going to have to pay for this too. Not only are you going to send your children to die in a meat grinder, but you're going to have to pay for it too. So I just don't see this working out very well for these ass clowns. But if this was a sporting event, we'd call it an unforced error. It's like when the quarterback is running running for the goal line in football, or when the forward or whatever has a clear shot at the goal, and the if in European football, hi. Uh, Sorry, I've been busy talking. I haven't been reading. Hello, everybody. But anyway, it's like you got a clean shot, like a free shot at the goal, like the goalie's laying on his face and shit, and and you trip over because your shoelace was untied. That's exactly what the EU is doing. That's an unforced error. It's like your own stupidity is why you lose, and it isn't because that you have enemies out to get you. It's like your bungle fucking is screwing you up. So they're basically the EU is like destroying itself. They're managing to do in like a month what it took the Soviet Union like 12 years to do, to completely fall apart. At least it took about 3 years to accomplish the kind of destruction the EU has wreaked on Europe in the last month. And, so let's see what the cards have to say about that. If you can, I appreciate it if you give this a like and a share or whatever, I appreciate you all watching this. It motivates me to try to, I don't know, tell jokes. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. See what the cards have to say. Will the EU's unforced errors cause them to completely destroy Europe? It's interesting, the news, the mainstream media. I usually don't watch mainstream media. I look at the headlines just to see what kind of bullshit they're trying to shove down people's throats. But I watched a little bit of it today, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good for Ursula von der Leyen and crew. They aren't looked at favorably, I think, anywhere on Earth right now. The only people that support what they're doing are their employees, people whose job is to go around like like the piss boy that goes to their orgies or whatever. Yeah, it's like, oh, you are so huge. We're so impressed down here, I can tell you. So, are they going to screw the pooch so bad that they destroy Europe? The ass clowns. Well, the signifier is somebody's got some strength. Somebody's got some foundation there. And here's the overall situation. Something's coming home. And here's the root card, and that's balance. And here is the present moment is justice. Oh, wait, sorry. Balance is the gateway. Present moment or justice is the root. That's interesting. Maybe maybe before they can totally screw up, Elon Musk called for Starmer to step down today, or tweeted something and really got their undies in a bunch about that. But then Nigel Farage, the opposition leader in Europe, he went on in front of Parliament today and demanded that Starmer hold elections immediately. And normally he would have just been, shouted down, but he got a lot of attention, and people that didn't take Farage seriously not too long ago were saying, yeah, he's got a point today, like in mainstream media. Present moment, betrayal. psychological future is moving into the unknown, and the the future is poverty, and this is the fear is heartbreak, and yeah, whew, uh, this is the astrological energies, and this is sort of the birth of some sort of passion, or it's like the initial phase of passion. And here's the desires. They want to go back to the past. I'm thinking if this is the clown posse at running at Brussels right now, yeah, I bet they want to go back to the past. I bet you they'd give them a lot of money to go back to like 2 months ago, you know. Uh, and here's the final outcome: is the Hermit. So that's and here's the modifying the fears. So fertility and creation are modifying their fear of a heartbreak. Hard work and not seeing past your burdens is modifying the astrological energies. Victory is modifying the what they want, the desires, and not seeing what's right in front of your face is modifying the final outcome. So that's pretty interesting. What I really see here is that I mean, okay, I have two arms in this, like the psychological future and all that. That's like the personal, and then the cross arm is the event. The event stream is not good. The event stream is pretty rough for them. They started out well. They think they've got, they think they got their ducks in a row, and they think they deserve to be where they're at. But I think the world is saying, we have a different opinion on what you deserve. And this is the present moment, and that's betrayal. And, I bet you they were completely thrown for a loop when they didn't just get rubber stamped to give the $150 billion to Ukraine. They didn't even have a contingency plan. They never expected this. This was not part of the plan. This was not something they even thought was possible. And this is the future, which is poverty. They're going to move ahead into some unknown path, because really the known is gone. They've burned their bridges. They just can't turn around. They've got to figure this shit out, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be things are going to get a lot worse in the EU before they get better. There's going to be a lot more businesses collapsing, a lot more economic hardship. That's the future right now for Europe. But then, but it's going to lead people to a place where they're going to have some time to think and go inside and figure out what really matters. And they've got an opportunity here. This modifies the final outcome. And if they can see the opportunities that are before them, I don't know what's going to, honestly, every day it looks like the leadership's going to be a little bit luckier, a little bit more like they're going to be lucky to avoid Bastille Day too. And let's hope they can. Let's wish them well moving on to the next phase of their career. Maybe they can, I don't know. Maybe they can go work at the Porsche factory in China building EV Porsches. Good luck with that. We wish you well. Send us an email and let us know you're doing okay, and we'll get right back to you. But the people of Europe are going to have to create something new, and they're going to be left with kind of going to be like a little bit like after World War II, actually, and without the physical rubble, but it'll be emotional, economic rubble that kind of rivals Dresden. Um, it's but there's going to be a future there. There's going to be opportunities there. Uh, let's see if I can make this move down so I can. Um, okay. Oh, I don't know what the hell. I touched something. Favorite thing to do with friends. My favorite. Oh no. Sorry. I add a sticker. It's like, geez, come on. I didn't. I just wanted to see what y'all were saying. So hello and thank you for watching. Um, I hope things work out okay for the people of Europe. The clown car can go over the cliff. I'm okay with that. Uh, uh, and I will talk. It would be nice if crazy shit didn't happen so I could take a day off, but probably won't. Love you all, and thanks for watching. Please like, put the little thumb button, and share this. And I've got some interesting news coming up in the future, so I'll have something completely different to talk about in not too long. Take care, and have a great Friday night if you're in the west, if you're this far west, or if you're in Europe, you probably are yeah. If you're in Europe, you're probably already in bed. Take care and talk to you soon.